All right, this is the Nate Man coming at you live from sunny Madison, Wisconsin, and you're listening to the sound of my voice. Now, we've got a triple layer of a band called Slayer a little bit later, but right now I want to give you the tip on a hip happening coming up on September 13th. Ooh, Wednesday the 13th. Better watch out for Black Cats, am I right or am I right? I'm just kidding, I'm wrong, but these cool kitties put on a hell of a show, pardon my French, c'est la vie. That's just the way it goes. It's Nate Chappell asks you several questions, a night of silly questions and silly answers. So grab your pal or your lady or your fella or your baby and get some tickets. Walk, don't run, because the Nate Man cares about your safety. But better bop briskly, because like I've always wanted to, this show will sell out. Clickety-clack right on the back of that slinky little link in this episode's show notes. We're going to fill our skinny innards with a little Leonard Skinner at the top of the hour, but here's an episode of Several Questions where they talk a little bit too much about the Octonauts. All right.
Hello, and welcome to Several Questions with Nate Chappell, Finn Hammond, and Johnny Fisher.
So, the way the Several Questions work is that basically we found a machine in the woods called the Questionator 5000 that was evidently engineered to generate infinite, very silly questions, and Johnny, Finn, and I have all dedicated our lives to answering them all, one by one by one. Just like the Octonauts.
What is an octonaut?
An Octonaut is... It's a character, it's a cartoon that's like, there's a koala, and there's all these different animals that are in suits and are British or French, and go on adventures under the sea to rescue other animals.
In like a submarine? Or could they just breathe underwater?
In the octopod.
Mm. Oh, so there's probably 8 of them.
Oh, yeah.
And they're the Octonaut.
Right. You are probably right. I'm like, where does the octo come from? And I was wondering if there was an octopus in there.
So it's like Octonauts.
Nautical octopus. That was my improv team name.
Oh, really? That was my AOL chat name.
I thought you were going to say that was my AM radio station morning talk show. But you didn't say that, Finn. You didn't say that.
I didn't say that. I didn't step up. Say the funniest thing I could.
You stepped down, and I mean way down. Speaking of stepping way down, let's answer our first question.
What is your favorite food for throwing?
Oh, man. So there's a lot. So it's really hard for me to pick, but I'm going to go way back to probably one of my first memories of throwing food. So, yogurt.
Oh,
fantastic
gross.
Flinger. You need a spoon. I mean, but man, you can really launch it. It makes a fantastic splat. I mean, it really gets into things.
Yeah.
It's good. A good one.
I think it's a good answer, but I hate it as somebody whose kids currently get yogurt and everything.
One of them in particular.
Oh yeah, for sure. He loves it.
Oh yeah.
He agrees with you. Adrian is totally on your side on this one for sure. He likes that.
Nice.
That's one of his favorite things to throw. Because yeah, it like the way it feels as it leaves your spoon is satisfying, and the splat, and it like is so thick but still very wet.
Yeah. Another good thing as you get older, anyways, is like a rotten tomato is pretty cool, or close to rotten.
Are you going
to it still explodes?
An audience member,
like a medieval audience member.
Yes.
Is that when they did that? Yeah. Is that when they did that, or the vaudeville too? I don't know. I didn't know which era to go for.
So I think it's like the people who are in the that harness
the cabbage
thing. What's that thing you put your head and hands in Town Square?
Saturday Night. Wait, I didn't say that exactly right, but you know what I'm trying to get at. You get the joke.
Yeah, I gotcha.
My normal bed. I'm just kidding. It's called the Stocks. Or the Stocks, if you're not from the Midwest. The Stocks. It's called the Stocks.
All right, yeah, it's
right?
that's where they throw tomatoes. Yeah, it's like someone who's done something wrong
You know,
in like old Italy.
those things at like an amusement park. They have they have like a Bugs Bunny, but the head is the hole where the head would be, and then you put your face there, and they take pictures. That was actually what the stocks turned into. Over time, they started painting scenes around them, and then
good.
photography was invented. It used to be. Remember, you've seen old paintings and stuff. Obviously, like the Mona Lisa, she was actually in the stocks.
She was just so it's just.
But there was a funny scene around her. That's why she didn't look. That's why she looks like that. She's like, okay, you know what I mean?
Haha, guys.
Yeah, really funny. At least they're not throwing shit at me.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like literally.
Yeah.
That's amazing. That's me. I didn't know that.
Yeah.
You're the history guy. I didn't
I'm
realize
kind
that.
of the history guy. They call me Bill Nye the history guy. Which is weird. I don't know. I feel like it's kind of took that from Bill Nye a bit.
Yeah, he took his whole name.
Not his whole name. No. He's the science guy, Finn. So I didn't. No, I didn't. It's different. You get the difference.
Title.
You said history.
That's his title. That's his
No,
title.
that's his name. No.
The science guy is his title.
I actually happened to have married him, and I took his last name, and it was I was Nate Nye, the science guy, for a time, and then we got it annulled.
Okay, well,
you became the history guy.
and now you're back at square one, I guess.
Yeah,
Square
I
two.
am back at Square One. Big deal. I love Square One. It's my favorite.
My favorite square.
Yeah, the drawing board
Right.
sounds nice, doesn't it? Like
like to draw.
Yeah, it's like what's better, the tax board? You know what I mean? It's like at least I'm not doing my taxes.
Hey, that's right.
Hey. Hey.
All right.
What about you, Finn?
I like to throw. To throw grapes in the air and catch them with my mouth.
Oh yeah, me too.
I like to throw orange peels I like to throw an old apple into the woods.
Mm-hmm.
Is it like half eaten or?
Yeah, do you mean an old apple or a used apple or both?
I guess it's a used apple. It's
Like one
old
that
because
you've eaten, like like a mostly core.
yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, I throw that. I like doing that. Actually, that feels pretty awesome. It's like no one can stop me. What? It's nature. I say, I say to anyone who's looking.
You say to everyone who's looking. I'm trying to think. I can't think of anything that's. I think I'm like a little hung up on Johnny's answer just because I'm so mad about it because it grosses me out so much because that makes me hate it even if I'm not. I can't help but imagine having to clean it up all the time. That's just like my. Although I guess if I was in the woods, that would be fun. Let me imagine it in the woods. Yep, that'd be fun. So I feel like hucking a watermelon might be fun, but it might be too hard. What explodes really well? Oh, eggs.
especially if
Eggs
you
are
did it
fun.
off like
Eggs are fun to throw. I've done that before.
When?
When?
Mischief?
It was July 6, 1900.
At a
And we got out of the DeLorean. No, I don't know. I don't know when I've done it. I feel like it was for something. Oh, I throw spaghetti at the wall sometimes, just see what sticks. I feel like maybe... I feel like I've wanted to throw gourds before. You know, those gourds that are like they've got like a ball
long
part,
stem.
and then it's like they've got a long handle.
Yeah.
I always want to throw those because I hold them like... Because I bet those would be fun to throw in the woods.
Just lob them.
Maybe a blueberry. Just kidding. I like to throw olives up and catch them. I also throw grapes up and catch them, as you have both seen video evidence of, and in person. But the grapes, if you throw them at the heights that I'm working at, if they hit your lip, I found out they can like cause some actual damage. So it hit my lip into my tooth, and like my lip was all swollen up, and I had to tell people why because it was really obvious. But they bounce too, so they're too bouncy. Whereas a green olive is just so mushy that it hits and stays. You know what I mean?
It's more like a bean bag compared to a basketball.
We made a short film when I was in Madison, where there was a scene where you were throwing grapes into my mouth. Do you remember this?
Yeah.
I don't think I was getting all of them, but I got some of them.
Well, you weren't supposed to.
yeah.
I think for most of it, you weren't supposed to get them.
Yeah.
So
It was like a training
worked out.
montage,
in
right?
fact, it was a training montage of teaching him to be cool. And another thing I was trying to teach him was how to do a trick shot. And so like, we were trying to record a trick shot on a pool table, how to do a trick shot. Like a jumping over the ball, like jump the ball. And so we were trying to record the part where he failed a bunch of times so that we could then record the part where he succeeds. But he just kept succeeding. Like no matter what he did, he was jumping this ball and making this shot. It was incredible. Like he literally could not miss.
I'm afraid of success.
Yeah, so much so that he achieved success to avoid it. This is like his weird seminar that he gives. How to achieve
reverse
success
psychology.
by avoiding it. Yeah, exactly. You try to be a loser, and you're such a loser that you become a winner.
Like, yeah.
The Finn Hammond story. Let's go to the next question.
If you take 4 cubes out of an ice cube tray, do you refill it? What about 8?
What would I do? I think when I take them out of an ice cube tray, no, I don't. In fact, I don't maintain an ice cube tray, to be honest, at all, because
No.
I don't have a very high standard of living.
So your answer is you never refill it. You wait till someone else does.
The answers are like, in the life when I did have one, I would never refill it. Someone else would do it for me. I was that guy.
Mhm.
And
Even if you totally emptied it, you wouldn't refill it? Or would you just not
Even
use
if-
ice?
I don't use ice a lot, and I think I probably would refill it. I remember doing it, but I don't know. It's so off my radar that I can imagine myself not
We
refilling.
always like two roommates. Like, guys, have you seen this magical ice tray? Like, it's just there's always ice in it. It's like constantly making it. I don't ever fill it, but there's always ice in it. It's
And
pretty cool.
there's always beer in the fridge. This is so cool.
Somebody's always rubbing my back before I go to sleep. Isn't that weird, guys? And like all of them but one of them is like, yeah, that is actually pretty weird. Curtis is just like, thumbs up. No problem, man. That's
Thanks,
me.
Curtis.
What about John? Oh wait, so
I would fill it.
I think we know your answer, yeah. Okay. John?
I would definitely refill it.
So you take 4 out and you would fill just those 4, or would you empty
Just those 4.
and start over? Just those 4.
No, I would just those 4. But I mean, I used ice so rarely that by the time that I would go back for another set, those 4 would be fine. So I'd probably actually be using the same 4 each time. So it'd be like fresh ice. And then the other 8 would just
Be disgusting.
turn to
hairy.
crap. Yeah, disgusting, moldy. Just ice mold.
Yeah, if it does, you got other concerns. It
Um,
gets furry though.
you have to crack it, right? You have to crack them open. So they're like bouncing around in there. I guess if you just pour water back, it'll reform.
Yeah, I've been thinking about it lately and kind of stressed out about it for some reason. Like, I'm not sure if I'm supposed to.
I would say if
For
you
me,
use it regularly, then 4 would be fine. Like you wouldn't have to refill it. 8 for sure.
That's kind of
you think about
what I think too.
Yeah, because if you're just taking out 4, then you got at least 3 more, times of use of ice. And like,
And you
unless
don't
it's a really
wanna-
hot day.
And you don't want to screw somebody else and not have them not really
Yeah.
be able to access those 8 in exchange of those 4. I would say 8 might be the limit for me as far as like when I do it. 6 even I might leave.
Might think, yeah.
So I have 2 ice cube trays. So I feel like if one of them was totally frozen still, I might just reverse the stack there and refill
Yeah, I wouldn't even
those.
fill it
But
until
that
it's
bottom,
completely empty.
I actually might refill that one. I'm going the opposite way. I would refill it sooner, because then, even if I'm just filling 4 or 5, no one needs access to those other 6 or 7 or 8 or whatever.
Unless they're doing the same thing, and then they use that new tray,
Oh,
and then
shit.
they refill that,
And then you
now
find
got
out that
two
that's just
trays that
juice. Oh no.
yeah.
Or if one of the ice cube trays is full of poison. You know how that happens
God,
sometimes when
yeah.
your wife is trying to kill you. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah, I think we've all been there. We're making pretty relatable content today. Let's keep going. Let's go on to the next question there.
What's wrong with your feet?
Oh, better question is what's not wrong with my feet. You know what I mean?
I hear you.
I've had foot problems. What's wrong with my feet? I've had plantar fasciitis problems in the past. They've been pretty good lately. It's been okay, mostly from complete inaction. Now, so
What
it's
what
hard
is
to, What is plantar
What is that?
fasciitis?
What is-
It's like you damage the tissue in the bottom of your foot, or like in the kind of like in the arch of your foot.
okay?
It's
gotcha,
It's very
gotcha.
painful.
I was gonna say I've heard it's painful.
Yeah, I've had it
That's all I know about it.
a bunch of times. When I used to run, I used to get it, and it's kind of like if you're flomping on your feet a lot when you're running. If you're like, you can just very easily damage that part of your foot because it's, if you feel your arch, it's kind of soft there, that whole. So if you strain that or damage that, like, and then it's really painful and it's hard to heal because you keep walking. You have to keep moving around.
Was this a slow burn, or did this something?
I think it actually, sometimes it's a slow burn, but mine, I believe, may have actually been a sudden thing. That, like, I might have, like, stepped on something weird, and that really,
Like
like,
a rock.
yeah. Or, like, I feel like it was, like, I was running outside on an uneven surface and, like, just had it so that like a rock or something, like a tree root, or, like, it was just an uneven, weird surface that allowed access to my arch, and just went, and then it hurt for a long time. But I don't know for sure. I know I did break that same foot a long time ago walking, like, over a curb. I just, like, kind of, my foot slipped, and it just went,
Yeah.
Yeah.
broke 4 bones in my foot, like,
Uh,
the bones all the way across. It's called a Jones fracture. Still hurts
Drinking more
sometimes.
milk.
Brother, I was milk.
the human body has like 200 bones, and most of them are in your feet, right?
Yeah, and I'm not even a human, as you know.
Yeah, right. So you have more.
I have more. Yeah, I'm an alien. I'm an alien. My people have more feet. My alien people. My
For
creatures.
people who don't have the video stream, Nate isn't what he calls an octonaut. He has 8 legs.
No, I have 9
Okay, so
legs,
8
not 8. Octo, not.
Oh, I see. Not 8.
Not 8, 9. That's how you remember. So because
Such a
we got
confusing species.
Yeah. we used to be Octo, yes, and then people kept asking us how many. Never mind. Like, and they kept assuming we had 8 legs, and we were like, no, it's just a coincidence. Let's change this. There, I completed.
I got.
What's wrong with your feet?
The
Oh wait,
the arc is complete.
also 2 ingrown toenails.
Oh yeah, I got a
Which lead to numb toe.
Okay.
Go ahead.
Whoa, there's all these terms I don't know that I'm
I
sure
made that
I
one
have
up just
all
now.
of them. Oh, I see.
Numb toe. But it makes my
Numbing
toes
is-
numb.
toe
for some
is.
reason. Better than hurting, you know?
Guess so, yeah. I can imagine us evolving for our feet to be like, oh, this isn't working. Cut it off. It's like we're not feeling this
Yeah.
because we're gonna need this.
Just drop toes like a lizard's tail.
Yeah, absolutely. I have 2 bruised toenails at the moment. So I have 2 black toenails. These are from hiking. I have a very hard
Wait,
callus.
hold on.
Yeah, did you
for
drop
a
something
second.
on your foot while
Yeah.
hiking?
How did you get bruised toenails from hiking?
I don't know.
I've never heard of that in my life. And
Really?
I need some better
look
shoes.
into
Do you want to
that.
see it?
No,
No, I
too
don't want to
small
see
shoes.
it. Why do you want to see
No,
it?
here you go. Here you go. Guys,
Here you go.
take
Here,
a
I'll
look.
show you.
You don't believe me?
You don't believe me? Here, I'll show you my anal fissure too. Will that help it? Um,
Hold on, the lighting's not. It's hard to light. Let me get the ring light.
here, the ring light, exactly. Anyway,
I get.
Why?
I don't. Should I be worried? They haven't fallen off. I don't think they're gonna fall off. But
it's more like the mechanics of it. I'm just curious how. Are you sure that that's from hiking?
Not
Like they're
100%.
bucking the
I
ear
mean,
all over again. Did
like
you
I
drop
was-
something on your feet a bunch of times?
yeah. No. Oh yeah. You
Yeah,
kidding
but I
me?
didn't think it was from that. Yeah, but I always do that.
That's not new. I was like walking a lot. I don't know. I assume, and then and then I noticed there's like this bruise.
Did it hurt?
No.
Your toes hurt? They're just bleeding from the inside. I'm sure that's fine.
Yeah. I'm sure that's true.
Okay, what else you got?
I also
moving on.
got my.
He's like, here's the reason I'm not worried about that.
Yeah. Yeah. No, I got bigger fish to fry. I don't.
Look, I've grown 2 toes on the bottom and 1 finger.
Yeah, my 6th toe is all sorts of weird stuff.
My 6th toe is where my 4th toe should be. And my 4th toe's missing. So now I just have 5. Anyway, so go ahead.
I got like my pinky toes. I think they're very calloused and they're like pushed in on the side.
No, that's pretty normal.
Okay. Thank you. It's just from wearing shoes, right? It's like if
I think your shoe
Probably-
might be a little too small.
Or narrow.
Okay.
You might have wide feet that are, or you're wearing high heels a lot.
I wear triangle shoes.
Yeah, I know. I don't think those are, but you've noted, you can look and you can see that your feet, if anything, are an opposite triangle.
Yeah, right. Yeah.
The point goes on the back, if anything, I would say. And you're wearing those backwards.
I know.
Although it makes it hard to walk. You got to walk with your legs really far apart because the triangle.
Yeah, there's no winning with these triangle
Yeah,
shoes.
I would not. Actually, I'll be honest with you. I don't think you should be wearing these shoes. I think the shoes are part of the problem. You're part of the problem. What about you, John? What's wrong with your feet?
No, my feet are immaculate. Beautiful, soft, and supple.
I'm
on my feet all the time. So.
I could be 100% honest here and say that it would not 1,000% surprise me to hear that you've gotten pedicures from time to time. I don't know why I feel like that could be possible.
It could be, but I haven't.
But not.
I've never actually had a pedicure.
Me neither. I would love one.
Yeah, I don't cut my toenails as often as I should. So that's what's wrong with my feet. They get way too long, too often. And there is one that definitely, it's not ingrown, but it definitely curls.
Curls forward
a lot. It gets
to the front foot. Yeah,
yeah, but it doesn't get into the toe. It just likes to curl around. So that's cool. There might be one with fungus. I'm not sure, but it's fine. It hasn't fallen off or anything.
End to the podcast. Hasn't fallen off yet.
It
asked.
No,
I know. It asked. Yeah, I know. Questionnaire really did us gross here.
And they're furry, but I like that.
Because you're a hobbit.
Yeah.
That's why, and you eat 2 breakfasts and all that or whatever. I don't know.
What color? What color?
Whoa, we don't need to get
A little too
controversial.
personal here.
Does the basement carpet match the hair?
On your head?
Yeah.
Does
your
the
foot
hair on your feet
match
does
the hair on your head?
on your head?
That's actually a
Do
good
the
question.
pubes match the rest of the hair? You know what I mean? Huh?
With me, you can tell what color it is. It my foot hair, and there's a lot, is like the
There's
color
a
of
lot.
my head.
What's
There
that?
it is.
Red?
Me?
Would you be surprised to find out that we both thought you would describe you as having red hair? I mean, you do have there's a red tint to it, I would say. But don't you think?
Me?
Yes,
Johnny.
you couldn't be.
Oh,
then.
no.
You don't think
Johnny.
so? Johnny, do you think so?
I mean, not in this light, but it's been a while since I've seen Finn in
I
person.
feel like in your
Johnny-
beard there's some dark auburn overtones, Finn. That's all I'm saying. That's what it's
Okay.
that I could imagine you having red brown foot hair. Johnny,
Yeah,
I feel
I
like
see, I
would
see.
have lighter blonde, strawberry blonde.
Yes, and golden
Silky, silky, beautiful.
It's true.
It's like curls, like gentle curls, like
Very wavy.
wavy, yeah. Just cascading down his foot between his, like falling between his toes. Anyway, that's all the questions that we have for today. Now get out there. Ask questions yourself, okay? Because we can't do it all. I guess we don't do it at all. Questionnaire is overloaded. You guys start asking some questions too. They're not going to be as funny as his. Be curious, not furious. And always remember, the mark of a good question is a question mark. For Finn Hammond and Johnny Fisher, I'm Nate Chappell, and this is Several Questions.
Thank you for listening to Several Questions, a production of Wolf Out Radio. Click on the link in the show notes for more Wolf Out shows.